What are fake ascension symptoms and how do we stay safe? Well, firstly, ascension symptoms are real and they do happen. It's part of our spiritual growing pains and the way that our body and energy fields responds to shifts in frequency and changes in energy. As we ascend, our frequencies get higher and they produce changes in the body, and we have symptoms from that. And in today's world, where the frequencies are getting naturally higher, they're more prevalent than ever. However, there's an imposter that's lurking in the shadows whose symptoms can mask true ascension symptoms and can be even worse. So in this video, let's dive into what fake ascension symptoms are, and near the end, we'll show you how to stay safe and healthy. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded by EMFs, or electromagnetic frequencies, and being electromagnetic beings ourselves, this affects our energy fields, affects the frequencies, and in turn, it affects our physical bodies also and our health. There's many forms of electromagnetic frequencies. Radio waves are one, and they've been around for a very long time. Also, the more powerful ones today, like the Wi-Fi signals, the cell tower signals, the Gwen signals that are going to power our future smart cities, AI infrastructures getting built. It's only going to get more intense, the electromagnetic frequencies. These systems, like the cellular grids, actually are drawing chi, energy, or prana from us, basically, from our bodies, and they can cause heavy metals to react in the bodies. It's a lot of it is close to microwaves, radio waves, so it can cause reactions, chemical reactions within the body, and we all have some level of toxic heavy metals within us, for example. So it's all created in a grid. A lot of the cell signals are created in an inverted flower of life, from what I've read anyway, which draws chi or energy from us, where the pure form of that sacred geometry actually enhances our energetic fields, enhances our chi and our prana. So it's interesting. So this in turn can have a detrimental effect on our health, on our bodies, on our emotional and mental health. And the symptoms that arise are very similar to ascension symptoms. And at the end of the video, I'll talk more about some of the ascension symptoms, or how to find them anyways. But dizziness, tiredness, flu-like symptoms, pain, arthritic type symptoms can all come from electromagnetic frequency overexposure. Heart irregularities like palpitations and arrhythmias, mood swings, sleep problems. There's a whole list, and I could go on, but I think that we get the idea. And it can even lead to serious disorders like cancer and more serious autoimmune stuff. Over time, constant exposure slowly tears down the systems unless you have a way to keep your system strong and healthy and keep the integrity of your energetic fields intact. And so, in other words, you don't have to fear this. There are ways to get through it. So anyway, how do we tell the difference? I started getting really bad ascension symptoms, or EMF symptoms, I should say, when they started to build the cell towers when I was living in New York City, late 90s, early 2000s. I thought that I had Lyme disease or something was really wrong with me. I don't get those symptoms anymore, even though the signals are stronger. So I'm going to share a little bit later on why I don't get them and why you won't get them either. But in any event, how do we tell the difference again? Oh, by the way, if you feel like you're ill or there's something wrong, please see a doctor. That's our disclaimer, official recommendation. But anyway, how do we tell the difference? Well, the calling card that I found is low energy. Remember, it's drawing chi and energy, and dizziness, lightheadedness. More, also, I mean, that can occur with ascension symptoms also, but that tends to be a real calling card of this low energy, just, feeling edgy, can't get out of bed, a lot of depression, anxiety, dizziness is a big one also, vertigo and stuff like that. With the EMF symptoms, they tend to be more chronic and more progressive than regular ascension symptoms, I will say. With ascension symptoms, they tend to be a little bit more up and down, more changeable. You'll go through periods of low energy with ascension symptoms too, but it's up and down. It's not just low, basically. And the symptoms tend to change more with ascension symptoms or even disappear after a while, where they just tend to stay the same or progress with EMF symptoms. And this happens as our bodies and energy fields adapt to it. It can be hard to tell the difference. So that's my next point, that it can be hard to really discern the difference, but your intuition will know. So train yourselves to meditate, to be very present, to talk to your higher self, your guide, your God, spirit or source, and to ask and to see what you get. In other words, trust your intuition. Go within, meditate, ask your guides. So in any event, how do we stay safe? That's the big question. So first, I want to ask you, if you're enjoying the video, to please like it, and that can help get it out to more people. Comment your thoughts on things, and if you enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, and more of our videos will show up on your homepage. So don't worry. That's the first thing. Don't freak out. We're living in a more mechanized world. That's the reality. If you're going to live in the grid, it's a reality. So you can still live in the modern world, and even if you are sensitive to electromagnetic frequency, and even if you do get symptoms. So do more spiritual work. Spiritual breath work is great. Getting more oxygenated, eat well, good food, healthy habits. The healthier you are, the stronger your fields are going to be and the more resistant. But do your heart-brain coherence, which we teach on the channel. We have videos. I'll even post one for you. Or something that increases the electromagnetic resonance in the heart. The heart's the largest electromagnetic generator in the body. If you strengthen that, it strengthens your field and it makes you more resistant to the harmful effects of EMFs. Very, very important. You do this and you're going to remain virtually unaffected, or at least close to it. I'll put it that way. So spiritual work, go out into nature. You'd be surprised how quickly nature can restore your energetic fields, especially if you're around computers a lot. Take nature breaks, get a lot of rest, and you can use shielding stones also when you're around computers. Like I have my shungite here, and there's other ones that you can use, crystals and stuff like that. Setting up your own grids to ward off or to lessen the negative effects of electromagnetic frequencies and stuff like that. But the bottom line is to stay healthy and increase the resonance and the frequency of the heart, and that's going to do it for you. So in any event, that's what I have. So I'm going to flash a video over here that'll explain more about the ascension symptoms, different ones that I did mention in this video, and possible EMF symptoms. And stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope this is helpful. I love you. Namaste.